Okay, Rob. You were at Wolves to watch City on Wednesday, and they were pretty impressive again.
Yeah, I mean, it's frightening really that they can pick one team that goes out and wins 6-1 at Old Trafford on the Sunday, and then pick an entirely different 11 on the Wednesday that goes and puts 5 past Wolves. It's great for City fans at the moment. I mean, they were loving it on Molineux, thinking we've only got 2 teams, and it's great really for them. I'm sure the rest of the league don't really feel like that, but it's not really City's problem, I don't think.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously they've got Wolves next up again. What potential problems do you think that might pose, facing the same team twice on the bounce?
Well, I mean, the strange thing is that even though they are playing the same team twice in 4 days, that it'll probably be 2 different 11s again. Wolves rested 9 players on Wednesday night. City rested 11, so it's going to be an entirely different game. And when I spoke to Roberto afterwards, he was quick to say that I'm not sure you can read too much into what's going to happen Saturday after what happened in the Carling Cup. He said himself that he's always found Wolves to be difficult, that they gave him problems away last year. City were beaten at Molineux in the league, and it was tight again at the Etihad Stadium. So I don't think Roberto and the players are going to take anything for granted, even though Wolves aren't doing the best at the moment in the league. I think they're taking 1 point from 8. But again, it's difficult to see who can stop City at the moment playing the way they are and scoring as many goals as they are.
Okay, what do you think is going so right for City at the moment? Because obviously they're beating teams, but I mean they're sort of scoring 4 and 5 and 6 every week. What's sort of clicking together for them?
I don't think there's anything specific particularly. I think it's just the time that the players are spending on the training pitch together. I mean, they spent a lot of money 2 summers ago. There was more players that came in this summer. It takes time for players to gel, never mind how good they are. I mean, these are all world-class players that are arriving at City, but it takes time for them to get to know the teammates and to learn how they move and how they work. And I think you're just seeing that on the pitch at the moment. They're getting more used to each other. They're learning about each other every training session and every game. And I think it's just one of those periods where it clicks. And again, Mancini was asked to say the question last night, and he said the same thing, that sometimes in football you go through these periods where you end up battering teams on the bounce, and he was keen that the players cash in while they can, and I'm sure they'll be going out to do that again on Saturday.
Sure, I guess one potential danger for City on Saturday is complacency, because the way they've been playing, you know, your sort of neutral observer would almost give them a win at home against Wolves. Do you think there's any danger of that creeping in?
I think it's always a worry. I mean, I think that the title's won and lost during games like this, because it's all very well going to Old Trafford and winning 6-1 or beating Arsenal and Chelsea's, but you really have to win the games that you're meant to win. United have been very good at that in the past, making sure that they're professional in games like this, and City, that's something that City have to learn to do as well. And I don't see any problems particularly on Saturday for City, but again, like Mancini said, that Wolves have posed a difficult test for them in the past, and I'm sure he'll be keen for them to go out and do a professional job on Saturday.
Okay, and finally, Rob, obviously everything's rosy on the pitch, but there is still the Carlos Tevez saga rumbling in the background. What's your latest on Carlos Tevez at City?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the one cloud at the moment at City. I think everything's going so well on the pitch. It's the one thing that I think City and Mancini could probably do without at the moment. Obviously, most people know that he's been found guilty of these 5 breaches of contract. The latest is really that they're expecting Tevez to appeal, and that hasn't been lodged yet. But I know that City are expecting that to happen. We were told last night at Wolves that Mancini won't be answering questions about Tevez, because obviously he can't jeopardise any appeal that might be lodged by Tevez. I'm expecting it to rumble on now for probably until January. Then whether City decide to cash in and cut the losses and get rid of him, or hang on and try and get this 50 million that people are talking about, that'll be up to them. I mean, I suppose we just have to wait and see in January and decide and see what City have decided.
Okay, Rob, that's great.